From stunning growth to incredible comebacks, here are the top 10 plants that honestly made 2025 really special for me. One of these plants literally came back from the dead, and the one that ended up taking #1 spot in the end surprised even me. Okay, so let's get straight into it, and we're going to start with number 10, which is this beautiful specimen right here, right at the front. And I love this plant for two main reasons. One, I think it's fairly obvious. It's the size of the leaves. These leaves keep getting bigger and bigger with every single leaf it gives me, which is really beautiful. And the leaves, it's philodendron, and the leaves just feel like really soft. They feel like baby skin. That's a bit weird. They're not velvety, but it kind of feels velvety. It's just a really, really soft, lovely leaf. And as you can see, the size, every size, I'll obviously show close-ups, but every size of every leaf is just getting bigger and beautiful. Now, I don't know why this leaf here has decided to face backwards, but plants do that for me all the time. That's what just makes them special, I guess. So I think I said there was two things that I absolutely love about this plant. One, the size of the leaves, but two is just how easy it is to look after. So I don't think I've said the name yet, and this is my philodendron glorious. It's not a gloriosum or gloriosum, gloriosa. Any Harry Potter fans out there? It's not a philodendron gloriosum. That's a crawler that goes along the ground. This is a philodendron glorious. Two very separate plants, and this one is much more of a climber, so it very easily climbs up the moss pole that I've given it, the D-shaped moss pole. But the leaves just keep coming back and getting stunning. The one thing I will say is the place that I've got it in, it is near a window, so it does get some light during the day. None of it's direct light, but even near that window, because it's under a balcony outside, it is probably medium light. Medium, maybe a little bit of bright light during the day, but mostly medium lighting. So I do need to do something about it very, very soon, because while it's giving me these huge big leaves at the top, it is losing a couple of leaves down the bottom. So probably in early 2026, I'm going to propagate it a bit, cut off the bottom third, which doesn't have any more leaves, and just propagate and crop and prop. Yeah, crop and prop, that's what it's called. The top part into a new pot and just start growing it again from there. So we'll see how we go. Make sure you subscribe to see all of the ways that I update this girl. But for now, beautiful, big, stunning green leaves. And they do get a bit of dog hair on them every now and again, but hey, that's my house. So absolutely love this girl. Such an easy grower, and all of those big, beautiful green leaves are grabbing energy every single spot because they're pure green, there's no variegation, so she is an easy grower, I think, for that reason as well. So philodendron glorious is my number 10. So pretty strong start, I think, don't you think? I think it's a pretty strong start, but let's keep going. Let's go on to now number 9. We go from a very big size plant in my list to one of the smaller ones. And it is my Hoya Matilda Splash, this is called. Now you may have seen this in a couple of videos or maybe 1 or 2 shorts that I've done. I bought this from the Collector's Plant Fair. I might have had it for about a year, admittedly, but the growth, this is like the little engine that could. The growth on this girl, can you see? There's small leaves, but there's vines coming off everywhere. So she desperately, desperately, desperately needs something to climb. And I will do that literally after this video. I'll make sure I'll share it as a short reel on YouTube. So watch out for that one. And I find that as soon as they find something to actually grab onto to climb, then more of these leaves will start to come out across the vine. The only thing you have to look out for, if it's too long and you leave it too late, these can go just to that dry wooden stake and you just cut that off. I also think she's had a go at trying to grow some leaves, but I haven't been looking after her that well, so she's probably stuck a little bit there. My fault completely, because I probably haven't given her enough water, but still, I just think that she's absolutely stunning. And look at some of the silvery, can you see that? Some of the leaves are like almost pure silver, while others are just like blotchy. So the leaf, every leaf is different, and some of the real silveriness, I absolutely love that. So yeah, just a little engine that could. She's growing everywhere. Unbelievable. Really beautiful. I'm going to put her down here, actually. Okay, so that was my Hoya Matilda Splash. Has anyone else had a plant that just refuses to quit? Honestly, that one girl just keeps growing no matter what I seem to throw at it. Let me know in the comments what plant of yours just keeps growing and growing no matter what. I'm sure we all have 1 or 2 at least in our plant collection. So pop it in the comments below for me. Right, let's get on to number 8. Number 8 now is the only alocasia in this list. I'll just grab it. There we go. There's my alocasia. Now I have variegated alocasias. I have big leaves, small leaves. I have velvety ones. And yet this is almost none of those. And this has made my top 10 for the year because this girl I think it's just surprised me a lot with the amount of growth. And again, for an alocasia, how easy she is to grow. So this is have a look at those beautiful leaves. This is called an alocasia maharani. I don't know if I say that right, but that's how it's spelled. So that's how I say it. And every leaf is getting a little bit bigger. Again, that's one of the latest leaves actually. So size of my hand, yeah, there you go. So there's that one compared to some of the earlier leaves. Can you see that size? It's hard to see, sorry, I'll show a close up. But one of these plants, there's two plants in here. There's two plants in here, and one of these plants has 4 leaves coming off with a 5th just about to come out. And the other plant has 6 leaves coming off. And again, another new leaf coming out. So this is one of those alocasias I think is a lot easier than it looks to grow, maybe, or I've just had it in a consistent same spot near a grow light. I'm always making sure that the potting mix is damp at least, and I give her a good feed all the time. So that's tricks with alocasias. I do have one extra trick actually that I'm going to share with my members on my YouTube membership, which really helps with alocasias. But yeah, just the beautiful stunning leaves. This alocasia, there's a couple of small brown edges on 2 of the leaves, but 2 out of 10, don't really mind. Just absolutely stunning. Just look at it. Just look at it. It's just beautiful. So yeah, I think it defies all of the ones that are trying to be show-offy. It just sits in the back corner, doesn't say much, and yet looks absolutely stunning. So alocasia maharani. You can buy an alocasia maharani variegated too if you wanted to give it a go, but I guarantee it's probably not as easy to grow as this one. And sometimes you just gotta love the classics. So there you go. So this is number 8 on my list of top 10, and we haven't even hit some of the more insane, stunning, beautiful ones. So let's keep going. Speaking of insane, this is my anthurium cross something or other. I don't know. I think it's a crystallinum crossed with something else. Maybe a duriaki, I'm not sure. So if anyone can tell me what anthurium mix it might be, I'd love to hear your guesses. I'd love to hear your understanding. I've seen so many and I just can't get it. But my story behind this one, the reason why it's been on my list for all of 2025 is because I have this in a doorway up near my bedroom, and for all of the year, pretty much, and most of the year, it's been getting whacked by the doggy tails. So look, the poor leaf has just been whacked, and it's not just one, it's quite a few. And for a long time, it just kept growing and growing through my puppy dog tails. And one of my viewers, she basically said to me, you need to move this out of the way of the doggy tails. My doggies are lovely, but this girl deserves the spotlight and deserves to be able to grow on her own. So I did that, moved her up a little bit. She's near my IKEA cabinet, so she does get a bit of light from that. But as soon as I moved her up and the doggy tails went away, this is the leaf that she gave me. Are you ready? Look at it. I'm sorry. There's my head. That's the size. Look how big that thing is. This is literally longer than the size of my fingertips to my elbows. This thing is maybe 60, 70 centimeters long. That is the biggest anthurium leaf I have ever had in my entire life. So as soon as I moved it up and gave her a little bit of room to grow, boy, she grew. This is insane growth for an anthurium. So this is the second to last leaf. It's hardened off. And then the one you saw right at the beginning, oops, the one you saw right at the beginning, I hope I didn't rip that, nope, is this one here. And you can see it's a little bit of a light green. Yes, it's got a tiny bit of damage again. I can't help that because it's so big where it is. I don't really know where else to put it in my house. And she's loving life where she is right now. So she stays in the doorway. She might get a, a whack here and there, but the insane growth, absolutely insane. That leaf, I can't get over it. Talk about insane. So you've seen this one. I think I might, after this video, just chop maybe 1 or 2 of the look at it, the poor leaves that have just been whack, 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 whack. You can see how it's happened, right? So I might chop off 1 or 2 leaves just for aesthetics, but she's a beautiful plant and just keeps growing and growing. Okay, so speaking of growing and growing, and number 6, I bought this plant here. This is if you can't tell, this is a Maranta. Now I bought this plant and I bought it with 5 leaves and I bought it for $5.967, a really small one, which is about maybe $3.50, $4 USA dollars. And I didn't have a Maranta in my plant collection. I have quite a few calatheas, but this is another prayer plant and I've never really been that, you know, wanting a Maranta until I saw one of the leaves in the very earlier stages, probably something like that one, and it had a little bit of variegation. So I thought, I'm just going to give it a go, see how we go. And in 5 months, it's gone to this. Crazy. Just stunning. And it does have variegation. Some leaves give me more variegation than others. So that one is good variegation, obviously. And then others are just really, really splotchy, a little bit here and there. But I just think there's like 3 or 4 colors of green on every leaf. And that's, I think, the most beautiful thing about it, most beautiful, surprising. I do have it near a grow light, but it's not one of the strongest grow lights. It's a little bit of a yellowish kind of tinge color to it. But it seems to be loving life. I don't think prayer plants sometimes, unless it's really white variegated, I don't think prayer plants need the most brightest indirect light. So it's sitting where it wants to, it's happy in life, it's growing like nothing else. My worry is where to move it to because I don't have any other space in my house and she's getting too big for the spot she's in. So, you know, first world problems and all that, but beautiful, beautiful. It's a Maranta Leucanera erythronera. I'm so good at plant names. I'll leave it on the screen for you here. But it's a variegated Maranta, that's all you need to know. Right, that was number 6 in my list. So that means we've done 10 to 6. So we've already done 5 plants. We're halfway through. And I hope you agree these are all solid wins and beautiful plants. But wait until you see my top 5. It's going to get even better. So let's keep going. Number 5 is a beautiful plant that I'm actually right in the middle of a transformation. It's going to be like a almost 12 months transformation journey for this one. I did a chop and prop of this girl, my Adansonii. It's another video if you want to go watch it. And it was literally overgrown way too much. I let it go too unruly and I had to chop it and prop it. And I did all of that. And that's going to be another video. So this is the halfway mark for that video. So if you want to see the full transformation, make sure you are subscribed to this channel because it'll probably come in early, maybe March, April. But March, April will show you the full transformation of where she went and how she grew. But the one thing I'm loving about it is I'm just loving watching her transformation. She's gone from a little bit sick. She had mealybugs all over. And I accidentally found a new way to treat mealybugs, which I haven't really used before. It was purely accidental. And yet I have not had mealies on this girl since I treated her 6 months ago. Again, touch wood, I don't get that again. But I found my method accidentally. And I will be sharing that soon in my YouTube members only site for now. So if you're not a member of my YouTube channel, I'm going to talk about that a little bit later, but look out for that one. Back to my Adansonii though, you can just see these leaves are starting to size up nicely. I see this girl every single day. Now there's a bit of a patch in the middle where there's no growth. So there's growth down the bottom and growth here up the top. And that is how it's gone through its transformation journey. It will all be explained sooner or later. But right now, this girl, I'm just trying to get her to grow onto a moss pole. And what I will do is I will keep the top half when it gets really good and probably give away or sell the bottom half depending, or propagate it, I don't know yet. But the size of the leaves, the health of the leaves, really strong, really sturdy. It's got a couple of watermarks on it, but that's okay. And as I just said, touch wood, no mealies yet after that treatment. So very happy with my Adansonii. She's absolutely gorgeous. And again, it's one of those classic basics that can be overlooked so easily. But now that she's really finding her spot, starting to strut her stuff, it is absolutely stunning. I'm loving it, absolutely loving it. I've been watching this one all year, which is why it's part of my full 2025 list. It's not just the last couple of months, it's all 2025. I've been watching this girl grow up, like glow up, grow up, whatever you want to call it. Right, so that was number 5, my Monstera Adansonii. Now, if you love stories like this and you want to geek out even more on information and behind the scenes content and transformation journeys, like weekly bonus videos about plants that don't even make it to my main channel, then check out my Leafy Legends YouTube membership. It's brand new. It's only $4.99 a month and you'll get more videos, more tips, more posts, more polls, and you can even help me shape future content and let me know what you're loving the most of. The link is below where you see the word membership and you can come and join for a simple price for coffee every month and you get so much more from the membership. Right, number 4 we're up to is this surprise purchase. So I remember the day I bought this philodendron, I wasn't planning on spending any money whatsoever, I must admit. Oh, there's just a bit of dust, that's good. And I came across this gal in Bunnings for about $20 at the time. This is a philodendron Rio. And again, the variegation, I bought it because of the variegation on the leaves. It is just pushing out a lot of white and light green on all of the leaves, especially the new ones, which are still unfolding. You can see there and there the amount of white. It's hard with my hand. The amount of white coming on these leaves is just stunning. But look, there you go. This one just keeps growing and growing. I just like the look of it, and it was a surprise purchase. I wasn't expecting to buy it. And honestly, Bunnings has a lot of classic, easy to find plants, but when you find a hard to find plant, you got to grab it from Bunnings. And a new growth there, and there's a growth vine there, and there's one at the back here that I've tried to curl in. So a nice, simple, easy one. And honestly, this girl just always reminds me that the best plants sometimes aren't the expensive ones, even though this is beautifully variegated. She just keeps surprising me all the time with such beautiful variegated leaves. So philodendron Rio and philodendron cream splash is very similar as well. So if you find either one of those in your store, grab one before they disappear very, very quick. Right, we're up to my top 3 now, and my top 3 throughout all of 2025 are ones that I have been staring at almost every single day. But the number 3 one that you're about to see has been through an absolute journey. It is this plant right here. It's tiny, don't get me wrong. It is this plant right here, and it is still in sphagnum moss. So she's still getting better, but look at that color of that pink leaf, and this is the newest one, and this is just coming out. So this is a Caladium Scarlet Girl, I think it's called. I'll make sure that might not be the right name. I bought 2 Caladiums, one red and one pink at the same time, so I'll make sure to put the right name. But anyway, now this girl, when I bought those 2 plants, they were looking pretty beautiful. Each of those 2 plants had about 5 leaves on them, and then it started to get a little bit cold in Australia, as you do towards winter, and these girls went into hibernation. The problem is that I kept it in too much of a damp soil through hibernation, and it lost all of its leaves, but it also lost all of its roots. But I wanted to save her. I wanted to try and save her because when I felt the corm or the bulb down below, it was still hard. So I knew I had a little bit of a chance. She just needed a boatload, I was going to swear, a boatload of TLC to get her back to that. So that's what I did. I put her in a cup. This is a cup that I buy iced coffee in. So I just rinsed them out, put her in a cup, put her in the sphagnum moss, just the bulb, and put the lid of the cup over the top, and then put her in my IKEA cabinet under a really nice light with really nice humidity. Like she had the perfect settings. A little bit of growth about 3 months ago, and slowly but surely the leaves are coming back and the roots are coming back. So it is time for me to put her into, well, it will be soon, maybe another month or so. I just want the roots to get really strong. But the pink on the leaves, this one still has to get even more pink, but you can see there's a tinge there that's coming through. You can see a bit more of a tinge. I don't think you can see on this screen here that you're seeing now is not the best pink. I'll see if I can get a better pink, but it's just that color is the most stunning color, and I bought her back from the dead. So this girl has given me all the love by saying, nope, I'm still cute. I can still do this. Let's go. Honestly, this plant is exactly the kind of situation I help a lot of people with because I've done it quite a few times. It's about knowing whether your plant is dead, dormant, or dying. And if you know if it's one of those 3, it kind of changes everything. So this wasn't dead, it was just dormant. And now look at her, she's giving me the most colorful, beautiful leaves. And I'm telling you this because I'm actually working on a full digital program that'll be launching in early 2026, February 4th at the moment in my head. So you got to hold me to that. And it's a short course where I'm going to be teaching you everything I know about how to tell what state your plant is in if it's not healthy, if you can bring it back, when to bring it back, how to bring it back, what you need to do, how to save it, all of that kind of stuff will be in a nice, easy course to follow in early 2026. So you've got to hold me to that now because I've said the date. It's going to be February 2026. I'll leave a link in the show notes below if you want to check it out a little bit more. There's some more information on my website. But otherwise, yeah, just a beautiful, beautiful girl. Very happy. Okay, that was number 3. Honestly, that pink in that leaf, just absolutely stunning. I wish you could be here in real life to see the most vibrant color. Anyway, I digress. So now we are up to my top 2 plants for the full year of 2025. And if you've been following my channel along for a while, you may see that there is one plant that's missing out of this top 10 so far, and it is one of my absolute favorites. And that is my monstera elbow. So the question is it going to be number 1 or number 2? What do you think? Well, I can tell you it is number 2. Look at this girl. This is my beautiful monstera elbow. The leaves, she's growing. I transferred her recently to a moss pole. She's in one of the brightest spots in my house, and The node spacing is so short, which is why it's just, you can't tell that there's 9 leaves in here. You can just see a really big, bushy, beautiful leaf. But this is my monstera albo, the original one I bought in my IKEA cabinet a couple of years ago, very, very expensive, over like 800 Australian dollars. I can't believe I just admitted that on the camera. Anyway, so it was originally in my IKEA cabinet, hit the top, burnt all the leaves. I left it too long. I chopped it up into 13 different plants. And this was one of those chop ups that I've kept. I've tried to sell off or propagate or whatever the rest. This is the one I kept. And she has done me so proud. I absolutely love it. So this is my monstera albo. She's got, well, if we don't count the really tiny, tiny leaf from the cutting, it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 beautiful leaves. We are now getting second fenestrations, the second holes here in the top leaf there. And I love it even more because I'll obviously show you a lot of B-roll on this, but the leaf has got, you can just see there, oh, there we go. It's got dark green, it's got white, and then it's got this minted green, which is actually white on the top of the leaf, but green underneath. And so it gives it that beautiful light mint or 3 kind of color, tricolor look, even though it's only a 2 color leaf. And I love that about this plant. And I love the fact that it's healthy and it's still got a lot of white. I give it silica quite often. I give it really, really good lighting. Don't get me wrong, there has been some browning. This is one of the older leaves and you can see a little bit of brown edging there that I have just honestly cut off, so you can't really tell. So yeah, my monstera albo, there's a reason why she's in my top 10. She has just been getting more and more stunning every week. So this is my beautiful, beautiful queen, consistently perfect. Does it sound like it should be number 1? It does, but it's not. And look, she almost took the top spot, but there is one plant that beat her, my number 1. And it's actually a plant that I don't talk about much on this channel. You may have seen it once or twice, but honestly, she also makes me happy every single day. And she beat this girl out by a smidgen. So let me get that number 1 final top plant. And it is this girl right here. Right, see how big the leaves are? This is a caladium, and this is called a caladium white queen. Now, I know many of you are going to grab a pen right now and write that down, or write that in your Apple Notes or something like that on your phone, because as high maintenance as she looks, this is probably one of the most low maintenance plants I have. It is a caladium white queen, and look at how much white there is, and look at all the leaves. I can't know how many leaves has it got. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 leaves, something like that. There's a few stems coming out the base, but it's all bought from one main plant. There's a new one coming out actually. She just keeps growing and growing, and that's because I have her right next to my monstera, and she's in the brightest light. She gets direct sun almost all of the morning up until almost midday, I'd say. Even on the warmer days, because she just stays in that same spot, she's used to getting direct sun quite a bit. I keep her there even if it's really hot. If it's going to get to maybe 35, 40 degrees Celsius, that's when I'll pull the blinds down because I don't want her to burn. But she's got a lot of white in the leaves. You can absolutely see that, right? So the fact that she has a lot of white and not a lot of green means she can only make energy out of the green in the leaves, which means she needs to get a lot of sunlight to be able to so she can make the energy. Does that make sense? The more variegated and white you have in a leaf, the more sunlight it has to be able to give her the energy she needs to grow and stay healthy. And the reason why she beat out the monstera by a smidgen, I can't tell you, I went back and forth so many times, is because she's easier to look after than a monstera. I don't stress out about her as much, but also just that little bit of pink in the leaves. I'm very much a fan of pink. Just absolutely stunning. She's loving a really bright spot. She's near a north-facing window, gets loads of light, which just helps those white leaves coming back, and just stunning. So compared to my number 3, the pink caladium that I showed in number 3, compared to that comeback story, this one just goes so easy without any real effort anymore because she just loves her spot. Oh, and I keep the soil consistently damp as well. She loves that. So yeah, so that is my number 1 or number 2. Could have easily swapped them around, to be honest. My caladium white queen. I mean that leaf, look at it. Look at it. It's just stunning. Oh, just love it. I mean, I love so many different plants, but I think this one, when I look at this, and 2025 has been a bit of a tough year for me. So whenever I look at this plant, it just makes me smile. yeah, she was one of my shining lights in 2025 for sure, and she made 2025 a pretty good year in that sense. So there you have it, my top 10 favorite plants of 2025. Honestly, for quite a few different reasons, but these are the plants that stole my heart in a lot of different ways throughout the year. Some have given me incredible growth, some are just consistently beautiful, but quite a few came back from the brink of death, as I said, but all of them have been in the consistent spotlight for me for 2025 in one way or the other. So what were your favorite plant wins this year? Drop them in the comments below. I want to hear all about your comeback champions, all the ones that are consistently stunning, or the ones that just keep giving you what they need to. If you could choose one plant for all of 2025, that would be your number one most favorite best plant, not just for now, but for all of 2025. Could you do it? Could you choose one? If so, I want to hear what your champion is. Let me know in the comments below which plant has stolen your heart and made it to the top of that list for 2025. I can tell you it is not easy to do, but give it a go. I want to hear which one you guys are going as number one. And a quick shout out for my Leafy Legends in that YouTube membership. I've also just posted a bonus video about 5 extra plants that are not in this list here that have been standouts for me over the last few months. It's over and above the 10 back here, so it's brand new plants that you may not have seen before, and I've left it in the bonus content for members only. If you're not a member yet, remember it's just $4.99 a month for that weekly bonus content, and just have a look at that membership button below. That is it for the rest of this video. Thank you very much for watching. As always, have a week full of leaves, love and laughter. I really do mean that. It makes your life so much better, as you can see with all these amazing plants. And thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video. See you later. Bye.